We all know who Nikola Jokic is, a quiet superstar from the small Serbian town of Sombor who's taken the NBA by storm. Drafted 41st overall in 2014 by the Denver Nuggets, Jokic has gone from a second-round pick to one of the most dominant and unique players in the league. His game is unlike any other. His passing is precise, his footwork in the post is like a craftsman's, and his shooting touch is smooth and effortless. Jokic doesn't rely on speed or power. He leans on skill, vision, and basketball IQ. While some former NBA players have questioned his style, many legends see just how special he is. One of those legends is Hakeem Olajuwon, considered one of the greatest big men in NBA history. Olajuwon didn't just dominate with size, he relied on intelligence, timing, and finesse. When he watches Jokic, he sees a kindred spirit. He doesn't look strong, Olajuwon once said, but he gets deep position every time. Even against bigger defenders, his shot fakes are impossible to read. You never know what he's going to do. When it comes to shooting or faking, Jokic is full of tricks. That's high praise from a Hall of Famer like Hakeem Olajuwon, who made his name with dazzling footwork and finesse around the rim. If anyone knows what it takes to master the post without relying on brute strength, it's Hakeem. And Olajuwon isn't alone in recognizing Jokic's brilliance. Former NBA MVP and ex-Brooklyn Nets head coach Steve Nash also gave Jokic a nod during the 2021-22 season. When asked about the MVP race, Nash didn't hesitate. Jokic is the MVP. He's been dominant from start to finish that season. That kind of consistency and versatility doesn't go unnoticed by basketball minds like Nash. From passing to scoring to rebounding, Jokic makes it all look easy, doing it at the highest level of basketball. What truly sets him apart from other stars is his ability to make his teammates better. Even when the Nuggets lost Jamal Murray to injury, they kept on rolling. That alone speaks volumes about Jokic's impact. He's not just a great passer, he's a willing and contagious one. And while he doesn't always go for the flashy assist, sometimes it's the simple, effective passes that make all the difference. It's the hockey assist, the smart read that leads to the ball swinging around, maybe once or twice, before someone knocks down an open shot. That kind of unselfish play creates a rhythm that energizes the entire team. Jokic sets the tone. He knocks down that first domino. It's a lot like another MVP-caliber playmaker, Steve Nash in the 2000s. Nash's MVP wins sparked debates just like Jokic's have today. But no matter the chatter, it's the skill, vision, and leadership that matter most. Both Nash and Jokic elevated those around them, and both are considered among the greatest to ever play their positions. Then there's Steve Kerr, head coach of the Golden State Warriors, who's seen his share of greatness firsthand. Having faced Jokic, Kerr knows how dangerous he can be. He didn't need many words to sum it up. He's everybody's kryptonite. He's a two-time MVP for a reason. The guy's phenomenal. He just makes the game easier for everyone. Kerr also credited the Nuggets organization for building a team and identity around their unique star. But in the end, he kept it simple. Jokic is Jokic. I don't know if any team has figured out how to slow him down, and Jokic isn't the only one catching attention. Gilbert Arenas, aka Agent Zero, isn't one to shy away from bold takes, especially in today's NBA. Arenas embraces the modern game and shows respect to today's stars, recognizing Jokic's brilliance. Gilbert Arenas doesn't hold back when it comes to Nikola Jokic. For Arenas, Jokic isn't just a great player, he's one of the greatest draft steals in NBA history. It's a hot take, but Arenas stands by it. Jokic is the best draft pick since Michael Jordan in 1984. Let that sink in. Arenas isn't just talking about impact, he's talking about value. LeBron James was the #1 pick, expected to dominate. Michael Jordan, taken third in 1984, was slightly underestimated in hindsight. But Jokic was the 41st overall pick, a second-rounder, someone many teams passed on twice. Now, he's playing like a #1 overall pick. Arenas says that's what makes Jokic historically special. A 2-time MVP, soon to be 3-time, maybe even 4-time. Those numbers put him among the best draft picks ever, based on expectations versus output, and his impact goes far beyond the NBA. Just ask Toni Kukoc, former Chicago Bulls star and another product of the Yugoslavian basketball system. Kukoc, like Jokic, was a guard in a big man's body, with a smooth handle, sharp passing, and the ability to score from anywhere on the floor. In Europe, Kukoc dominated with Jugoplastika, winning league titles and international trophies before becoming a key part of the Bulls' second three-peat. Does that sound familiar? That combination of size, skill, and basketball IQ has become a European signature. Jokic is carrying that European tradition into the modern NBA, and he's doing it at a level we've never seen before. Toni Kukoc may have played a more supporting role with the Bulls, but make no mistake, he was crucial to their dynasty. Even though Kukoc played behind legends like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, he still left his mark with his versatility and basketball IQ. Jokic, however, has been given the keys to the franchise, and he's running with them. Unlike some players who see leadership as a burden, Jokic embraces it. He competes with joy, not ego. And as Kukoc puts it, that's the beauty of Jokic's game. The things that go unnoticed. His ability to see the game unfolding before anyone else is what truly sets him apart. Kukoc said Jokic's vision and influence on the court make him great, and that greatness hasn't gone unnoticed by today's top analysts. Take Jalen Rose, for instance. Sure, some fans might still remember him as the guy Kobe dropped 81 on, but that shouldn't define his legacy. Rose had a strong NBA career, contributing meaningfully across multiple teams. Today, he's a respected voice on ESPN and a dedicated community leader. When it comes to Nikola Jokic, Jalen Rose isn't afraid to go against the grain. He's been loud in his support for Jokic's MVP campaign, especially his historic push for a repeat. Rose made it clear, you can't ignore what Jokic is doing. Only 2 players in NBA history, Bill Russell and Larry Bird, have won MVP 3 times in a row, and that's the company Jokic is approaching. If you're watching him night in and night out, it's getting harder and harder to argue against it. But that's where things get complicated. Rose pointed out something fans and analysts have debated for years. The MVP award often becomes more about narrative than actual performance. It turns into a popularity contest or a debate about who hasn't won it yet, instead of focusing on who's truly the most valuable. So what ends up happening, Rose explained, is that the MVP award becomes about the storyline, the perception, doing the most with the least, having a historic year, and hitting the right media moments. By the time Jokic had back-to-back MVPs, the conversation had already shifted to who else deserves a shot. But the numbers? They never stopped backing Jokic. And as the Nuggets sat at the top of the Western Conference, those numbers spoke louder than ever. Jokic is flirting with a triple-double as a center, and he's not just padding stats. He's averaging 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists per game while shooting 60% from the field and nearly 40% from 3. That's not just rare, it's historic. Even J.J. Redick, now a respected ESPN analyst, couldn't ignore it. Known for his sharp mind and deep dive into analytics, J.J. has become one of Jokic's most vocal supporters, and he's got the numbers to back it up. Over his playoff career, Jokic has averaged 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. JJJ pointed out, last year against Golden State's top 2 defenses, he put up 31 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists on 57% shooting. That's insane. But what really stands out to JJ is what often gets overlooked. Jokic has done all this without a single all-star teammate. Sure, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., and Aaron Gordon are talented, but Jokic is the one who makes them better. There are clear ways to measure it,